All right, guys, how y'all doing today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. So today, we're just gonna do a quick little interview. Hopefully things aren't too loud. We can always do a couple takeovers, but let's just get some more comfortable with it. So today I have two wonderful young gentlemen here from the Hip Hop Hangouts, representing their own new formed group, True4mation. Yes, indeed. Spelled with the letter 4, or the number 4 in the middle. Sorry about that. And the two members that I have here are the four-man group. We got Quo, and we got my boy SRT Scat Pack. So I'm just gonna ask y'all just a couple simple questions about the group and more or less how it came to be, and then we can just continue to go from there. So my first question that I have, and you guys can answer, I guess, separately. Who or what inspired you to like come together with this? Like, how did the idea come about?
We were just sitting in the studio making songs together. We should be like, we was thinking about it. We was like, hey, we should come up with our own group. You know? We was like, everybody agreed to it, so we just came up with our own group.
Yeah, and it was like, the bond that we had with each other in the studio, the energy was amazing. We all were on the same level. Yeah, we really bonded through the studio. It gave us some time to really think this could be what it is.
Yeah. I definitely like that, and I feel the vibe on that too, because when you get good chemistry with people, it's kind of something that's just undeniable, no matter what else people try to like put in the way. When you got good chemistry with somebody, you can do things with that person that you wouldn't be able to do with anything. I kind of look at it like the literal periodic table of elements. You got all your elements, and then you have what they call catalysts. A catalyst is something that you add to any element, and it's going to make a brand new element. So I like to consider myself to be a catalyst, and I'm sure you guys feel the exact same way when it comes to that. So I guess my next question is, how did you guys start making music?
How did we start?
Yeah, because I already asked you how you came together, so I want to know like your individual stories. How did you start making music?
Well, I started actually making beats when I was 8 at YourMoveMKE, and I just kept going year after year. Every year I got better, but then my mom used to introduce me to this program called These Stories Cypher. And we had a program where my age and his age come around and sing or rap about positive things in the community. And so that's really what we started.
And like, for me, I was doing that ever since I was young, I've been on the grind of rapping. I first started rapping, learning from my uncle. And just going through like seeing more different artists, like old school artists, R&B, New Edition, Bobby Brown, stuff like that. I also just started getting like affected by the nature of music, and that's just what encouraged me to sing for all these years.
All right, I love it. So that's actually a good segue, because my next question I have here is, who would you compare your music style to, or who are you like inspired most by?
For me, honestly, I think my genre is more like Boys to Men, or maybe I don't know, Boys to Men, or like some Ralph Tresvant, I do stuff like that. But yeah.
I like that, real old school.
I'll say like more upbeat and like Travis Scott, like rappers like that.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a new wave. And I think just as individuals, as you guys commingle your different styles and your interests, it's going to be a nice cohesive thing that you guys can bring different styles from the past and the present to create the future. That's one thing that excites me for sure. So I actually noticed also you guys both have the Hip Hop Hangouts shirts on. Can you just tell me a little bit about that? What is the Hip Hop Hangouts, and how did you guys come into it?
So the Hip Hop Hangouts is a program. It's a summer program for youth kids that can come in. We go on field trips. We do activities. We learn how to cook food. We do a lot of type of stuff.
Yeah, it's
It's
fun.
all love.
Honestly, it's like a fun movement. I feel like if you really love what you do with music, I feel like this gives you more of an opportunity to show what you have to people. And these people here are very lovely,
In the studio is free too.
Yeah.
Free studio.
the love, the energy, it's like family energy. When we come around, we all show love to each other.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. You know, I know specifically as someone who's here to help coordinating and facilitating everything. That's what we try to do and represent. A lot of people don't have closeness with their, close family members like they should. And I think everyone needs a place to be able to have that environment that they can grow and develop in and be comfortable in being themselves. So I guess, let's see, my fourth question I have here. What do you want to do with music? Like achievement-wise, money-wise?
I want to take music to like a next level nobody ever seen, heard, or saw before. And I feel like with the True4mation, all of our different talents, we can make something bigger and better.
Yeah, make a new wave, because honestly, being in Milwaukee, I feel like there's a lot of, rappers instead of singers, and just to be a kid and loving to sing and hearing all these different genres in other cities, but only in Milwaukee you have one genre. It's really different, and I feel like people don't come out because of that, because they don't want to be different or
Right.
get bullied because of how they sound and sing. But sometimes you just gotta get out there,
You never know. You just don't know how your music might sound like.
Exactly.
Some people might not like it, but an artist might like you. He might make a song with you. You might be famous. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be out there.
Right. And I agree with you on that because honestly, there's millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people that make songs every day, upload them to SoundCloud, every other platform that you could think of.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes it saturated for the real artist who's just trying to put their art out there. So, I just ask continue to move forward. You guys stay true to yourselves and true to the formation that you're building, for sure. Because I see bright things ahead in your future, especially first as individuals and secondly as a group. So I'm excited to see where things go from here. So I guess this question is kind of optional, and I'm just gonna put this one out there. What was your first show or performance like? One, for yourself, and secondly, if you've ever gone to a show and seen someone else in person, what was that like?
Well, my first show. First show.
Yep. On both ends, one for performing and one that you went to see, if you went to see any show.
The performance I went to see was, I think, Ron. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yep.
You knew it years ago. Like, when I was a kid. I first performed. It was like 2 years ago with, no, it was a year ago with Social Justice. I typed in with them. So we performed at Summerfest. And it was awesome. It was amazing. I was nervous in my life. I was scared. My hands was tingling. But we made it through. We had a great time. So.
Yeah, for me, I've really just gotten in the game last year, going to Roosevelt in middle school. And as soon as I got there, I started doing plays, musicals, just started performing. And then I got up to the point where my teacher, my stage teacher, he took me to Washington, D.C. to perform at the Kennedy Center. And that was my first big show. And performing in front of a lot of people, important people at that. So, it was really nerve-wracking, and there was a lot of different people there. And it was just, I'm happy I did what I did. And the first show that I've seen, I've never really been to a real concert before, because I've moved from state to state as a youngin'. But one that I do I've gone to the Marcus Theater, and I watched that. It was a lot of shows.
Yeah, but if you got music and you want to show it out to people, come to YourMoveMKE. If you'll take your music, you'll probably fix it, or we can make it better together.
Exactly, improve it.
Right, then we got a free studio on Fridays, so
Yep.
just come in and tap in. And we got performances too, you never know.
Exactly, they'll let you know everything that's going on.
Yeah, definitely plenty of opportunity here at YourMove. So last question, just to wrap it up. If you could do a feature with any artist, who would you want to do a feature with and why?
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick?
Kendrick Lamar, bro. He's just talented. His music is so up there. I don't know how to say it, but it's just his style, his personality. He's just
Yeah, I feel you. For me, I know I might be a little bit of an old head if y'all can realize that. I really want to make a feature with Mario. I feel like that would be crazy.
That's fire.
That would be crazy because one, he doesn't make much music anymore. He's actually I wouldn't say retired, but he stopped making music. He's sitting back on his old money.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel with you on the same way as a personal artist. I want to work with older people that some people can't work with. Like if I could get my hands on some Michael Jackson samples, I promise you, I would make the craziest, best R&B pop song you ever heard. Because even just the co-sign on the feature itself, but also having a prominent artist that's like, so known, to me, it would just mean a lot. And I would encourage me to want to get the best that I could out of myself, you know what I'm saying, and put it out there. But I thank you, gentlemen, for your time, man. I just wish the best for you looking forward. And we're going to have a couple more interviews with the other two members of the group in a couple days, I think, moving forward. So yeah, go ahead, man. I'll do your little outro.
All right, my name's Quo,
My name's Scott Pat.
and we are True4mation.
All right.